Fire, meeting in the middle of silence. When name and return are associated fire. In the midst of a period of conscription and the looming pressure of tax issues, a new, bolder narrative emerges, alleged covert encounters with. This narrative does not come from official confirmation, but from the return of old video. Anonymous claims about being seen in the same location, as well as merging times that are considered adjacent. Why does this narrative feel real? There is a pattern that makes this conjecture quickly believable. Eun-woo is not active in public due to military service. Moon Jae-young remains active and is seen at various events. The public fills the information void by assuming. Backhand index pointing right result. The story appears as if there is a behind-the-scenes meeting that is not visible to the public. A fact that cannot be ignored. There are no valid photos showing them together at this time. No verifiable witnesses. No statement from the agency. Backhand index pointing right meaning. These alleged meetings do not have a solid evidence base. Brain analysis. Why is this issue getting wild? Because the situation is perfect for speculation. One party disappeared, conscription. One side remains publicly visible. Plus their strong chemistry history. This creates an illusion, backhand index pointing right. If it is not visible, it does not mean that it does not happen. Collision more reasonable reality. In the conditions of conscription, personal activities are more closely monitored. The likelihood of a meeting without a trace is very small. An narrow conclusion. Circulating at this time is not evidence of the meeting. Rather, it is a story built from information gaps. Sharpest cover. In the midst of silence and the lack of facts, the easiest to believe is not the truth. Rather a possibility that feels like a secret. Continued, secret narrative escalation phase. After the issue of alleged encounters arises, the narrative moves to a more extreme stage, a secret story that continues to develop without new evidence. Every little gap is instantly filled with more and more daring interpretations. Cho Eun-woo and Moon Jae-young's names are now no longer just associated with their past in True Beauty, but are starting to be positioned in the narrative. Discreet relationship. Meeting without the public knowing. To support each other behind the scenes. Why does this story keep growing? Because every element supports an illusion. Eun-woo is not in public. Moon Jae-young stays active easily serves as a reference point. No clarification, speculation space is wide open. Backhand index pointing right. This combination creates the effect, anything can be considered possible. Magnifying glass tilted left visible pattern. Repetition of old claims with different angles. Addition of small details to make it look specific. Use of sentences such as he said, allegedly, seen. Backhand index pointing right. The more detailed, the more real it feels, even if it's unverified. Boundaries that need to be clear. To date, no evidence of meeting. No valid photos or data. No relationship confirmation. Backhand index pointing right. All are still at the level of conjecture without a solid foundation. Brain sharp analysis. What is happening is not a secret disclosure. Rather an escalation of the story from the public itself. When minimal information, high emotions, and two big names are involved. Backhand index pointing right. Then the narrative will continue to evolve, even without a new reality. Collision impact. The public began to believe versions that are not necessarily true. This issue does not develop because there are new events, except for the fact that the story continues to be added layer by layer. Cover. In the world of rumors, stories don't need evidence to grow. Enough free space, and a constantly working imagination. Continued, backlash and boundary phase. After the secret narrative peak, a turning wave came. The public began to question the limits. The discussion is no longer simply what might have happened, but what deserves to be concluded without evidence. Cho Eun-woo and Moon Jae-young's names remain central, but now with a more critical tone, especially about the claims of secret meetings in the middle of the draft. Counterclockwise arrows button public attitude shift. Of accepting speculation as a possibility. B. Questioning the basis of the claim. Began to appear comments such as, "Where is the evidence? It's just a repeated assumption. Do not bring people's names without confirmation." This signals a new phase, the backlash against excessive rumors. Warning borderline reality. Some points reaffirmed. Draft restricts Cho Eun-woo's activity and mobility. No valid evidence of meeting with Moon Jae-young. No confirmation of personal relationships at the moment. Backhand index pointing right, meaning a narrative that is too far away begins to be drawn back to the facts. Brain analysis. Why did the backlash arise? Because the public began to realize stories evolve without new data. Outstanding details could not be verified. And too big names continue to be dragged on without foundation. Backhand index pointing right. This triggers the need to restore the boundary between rumor and reality. Collision impact. Spreader accounts began to be more cautious. The rumor/unconfirmed label began to appear. The discussion went from sensational to more rational. An eerie conclusion. The story has finally reached a point of equilibrium between public curiosity and the need to stay grounded in facts. Cover. When rumors go too far, there will always be moments where the public stops and asks, is this true, or is it just a story we built ourselves? Continued, narrative correction phase. After a wave of backlash, the story goes into a balancing stage, narrative correction. It's not that the immediate issues are gone, but the way we talk about them is changing, more carefully, more fact-based. Cho Eun-woo and Moon Jae-young's names are still often mentioned, but now with a clearer context, former co-workers with strong chemistry in True Beauty, not a couple who are shown to have a personal relationship at the moment. Magnifying glass tilted left. What is corrected? Some points are beginning to straighten.